How sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Wow, that was a mouthful. It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. Tech difficulties be damned. We're going. We are almost on time. Close enough. This is your weekly nerdy show where we sit back, relax. I said we sit back, relax, and we pour ourselves just a little bit of,
more specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
and we shoot the shit. We shoot the breeze. So happy to have you guys here with us today, because as you saw in the title, the rambling nerd himself, Anthony, is joining us on the show. Been gone for a little while. Been away. Hopefully you didn't miss me too bad. But Anthony was here last week. You had Aaron's hair last week. I mean, come on. I don't even know why you guys want me back when you got that hair on the screen for all of you. But yeah, I feel like I didn't really miss much in the last, month probably. It's not like there's any new movies or announcements or anything happening, but I'm sure we'll find something to talk about. Maybe one or two things to talk about. Of course, if you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, vlog, OnlyFans, newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat. Support one another. Plug yo shit. But as we say every week, I don't know if they did last week, but without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, or the legends, it's us. Anthony and myself, it's us. We are the problem. It's us. Sir, how you doing?
I'm well. Definitely a part of the problem, not a solution at all.
Yeah, no, we're not. We are not solution people. If everybody could let me know how the audio is, because I blew out my eardrums just now with the audio. So let me know how we're sounding. But it's good to be back. It's been a little while. How have you been? I haven't actually talked to you in a while.
Yeah, I'm good. Summer's winding down. It's been kind of nice down here the last few days. Naturally, that's coming to an end.
Yep.
Heat and humidity.
Yep.
Sweaty underboobs are going to be back.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, no, just frankly, I'm waiting for summer to end because I want to go to Comic-Con already.
Ooh, there you go.
That's where I'm at mentally.
There you go. I love that. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Dave's Dimension in the house. First one in. Good to see ya.
He's always first.
Dave's ready to go at all times. He doesn't get
So
ready.
Talladega
Stays
Nights
ready.
to heart.
Yeah. He did. He's never second. EC in the house. Good to see ya. There you go in the chat. 1 minute late. Who the hell are you? That's impressive, right? Only a minute. Only a minute. I'm going to check how I'm coming across on here, because I swear to God, on my screen, I'm very, very laggy.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess on the screen here, it doesn't seem as bad. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. But, oh well. MMPR mom in the house. Good to see you. Right next to the Legacy one in the house. Good to see you. Kenny in the house. Good to see you. Look at that. Aaron Waller in the house. Good to see you. The man's back. Try my best. Let's get actually the obvious one. We have a new banner around us. Figure I change things up just a little bit. Try something else out. I don't know. If you guys like it, let me know. And we'll get those shameless plugs out of the way. You know it. nerdaffiliated.com, your one-stop shop for all things nerd affiliated. including merch like this very shirt here, repping their Nerd Busters. So if you're into the Ghostbusters side of thing, you can always visit therealnerdbusters.com, find pictures from our various events we've gone to, which are only 2, but hopefully more. Buy some merch. But then, of course, if you want to be more in communication with us, you got Nerd Affiliated on Instagram, posting memes, updates, all sorts of fun stuff there. And then, of course, the Nerd Busters on Instagram as well. So, I'm trying to remember, actually. Did we even talk Deadpool Wolverine? Was that a thing?
I feel like we did, actually. I think because you had one live before you missed last week, and I think we talked about it, and then Aaron and I definitely talked about it last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you and I kept it spoiler-free.
That's right.
So
that's right. I was thinking of something the other day, and it was, I was like, man, that scene of them running at each other looked familiar, and the way it ended looked familiar. And I was like, oh, Rebels, when Maul and Kenobi finally faced off, and it was just like quick, over.
Yeah, I when you had that post, I was like, son of a bitch. I had the same attitude towards both scenes where I was like, what? That's it? And then it's like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. I didn't need Sam Witwer going into detail on it to make it click this time. But, actually, like, yeah, it makes sense that he would get him in one swipe. And it pays off. I don't know if they did this intentionally or not. Spoilers, obviously, folks, for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, we're past that point.
Wolverine, well, just, me, I say I'm redundant.
You show mercy.
I guess I do. I was never clearly. I like the show Cobra Kai. I would never have made it as a Cobra Kai, which I have to start. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I had nothing else, what to watch. I finally finished Invincible, by the way, 6 months late.
Oh wow!
After thinking I thought it was done, so it was a nice surprise. Anyway, before I get too far off topic, the cutting off Sabretooth's head pays off what he said to Sabretooth in X-Men Origins. Where whatever, Liev, however you say his name, was like, do you know how to kill me? And he's like, I'm going to cut your goddamn head off. I thought that was going to be the first F-bomb in the Marvel movies, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I was so sure that, like, the non-trailer line was, I'm going to cut your fucking head off and see if that works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't even catch that, but I'm glad you said it. Glad you said
Did
it.
you catch the Secret Wars comic when they first get to the Void and Deadpool's on the ground and he tells Wolverine to help him up? If to the left, to the audience's left, there's a Secret Wars comic sitting on the ground, and I was like, oh shit, that has to mean something, right?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I was not that I was like having to look straight up, but where I was sitting, I felt like I did have to like pan a bit, which I think is one of the reasons why I like watching at home, because it's all like kind of like right there. But I think there's going to be plenty of Easter eggs that come out that I'm like, oh, I didn't even catch that. I didn't see that or whatever. So.
Oh man, you don't get to pick your seats ahead of time up there? Or you
no, I do.
Too long?
I do. No, I do. But where I sat, it's almost like the theater is not big enough for the screen in that one IMAX theater. And, Lenny loves to go there, and he would probably say, well, you sat in a stupid seat. Yeah, but that's because I also like sitting away from people and like on the aisle. It's a whole thing. So where I sat was like the aisle right. Like this theater didn't have, like a middle and then like the sides, or didn't have like the middle group and then seats on the sides. It's just like everything's bunched together. So I sat like on the far right. So I did have to like turn to the left to see like what was happening on the left end of the screen.
Gotcha.
So
That
there's things I
sounds
probably
very
missed.
annoying.
Yeah. Shout out to Josh in the house. Good to see you. And then, for Dave's question there, by the way, what cosplay are you guys planning for NYCC? Curious, because this will be the best time to start planning. We're doing a round 2 of the real Nerd Busters. So to follow on the plugs before, you got the real Nerd Busters on Instagram as well, if you're into the Ghostbuster side of things. But yeah, we're gonna do Nerd Busters again, repping the suits and all that on Saturday, which is the day I'm going. But you're going Friday. Steve's going Friday. Your day one is TBD, I think. But his and Louis are picked out.
Yeah, both Louis and other Steve, they definitely have their. I don't think Merck's going to bust with us this year, but that's okay because his alternative costume is pretty freaking sick. Oh yeah, you can see a little tease of it right there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to pull the trigger because time is running out. I have to pull the trigger on my Friday costume and figure it out. If I, what do you call it? Part of me, part of me was just like, oh, I'll just do like the Wolverine from all these other movies. But now walking around in jeans and the wife beater is not going to cut it after the yellow suit and then him being topless at the end there.
Yeah.
So if I can't do that, there's no point in doing it. So Wolverine has been scrapped from my potential ideas, unless I get my hand on a whole ton of drugs in between now and then. But
Anything's
give me
possible
all
if you
the
leave
freaking-
yourself.
All the steroids.
Sup, Man Collects. Chris, good to see you. Yeah, if I was going Friday as well, I'd probably, because Louis is also doing DC. I'm not gonna out what it is in case. Let me just check. I don't think he's posted any teasers for his. But
I don't think he has, but also DC. And my idea is Marvel, so even then, it's silly. I should just do something. I can do a really easy DC, and just like get a bow tie and be Steve's Jimmy Olsen walking around. Obviously, I don't have the red hair or the freckles, but whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do that. Otherwise, I mean, I guess I don't care. I can kick around the idea. I can say the idea. I've been kicking around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been thinking of doing. Do you have that picture actually? So I had this toy. I think a lot of us probably did. I'm gonna text it to Steve right now. It's a Spider-Man toy, and he is basically he's in his civilian clothes, and I don't know, whatever. He got caught up in something as usual, so his clothes are partially burned away, and his suit's underneath. So I was thinking something like that.
I was just gonna show this teaser real quick for Louis. What he's going for on Friday. I'll let you guys figure that out. So let me see your figure. I think I could just
texted you. Yeah, for some reason the Google.
I don't know if I can
Google thing
pull up
never-
text. It never like works.
Oh,
But I know what
I'll
you're
send
talking
you it on, yeah, I'll send you it on Instagram.
I found it.
Okay. He's
Fast,
good,
man.
folks. There's nobody better. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody does it better. God, what Bond movie's that?
I don't know.
I feel like it's Roger Moore and For Your Eyes Only, maybe? James Bond song. Nobody does it better. The Spy Who Loved Me.
Was that
Who's that? Is that Roger? I don't think it's Roger. It's Sean?
let's see. Roger. That's where the
It is Roger.
Lamborghini went underground.
Oh, yeah.
Underwater.
Yeah.
I think it was a Lamborghini, or it was a Lotus or something. Something.
Sorry, we went off on a ramble already.
Yeah, it's kind of expected when I'm around anything.
I love Roger Moore. He's my Bond. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly need to. What is it on? Is it all on Amazon? Because I need to just actually, from start to finish. Well, not that it'll ever be finished.
Good luck.
Yeah. No, just kind of make my way through it.
Let's see. I think you got to buy it. I don't think any of them are just streaming.
I thought, yeah, it's weird. I thought Paramount or Amazon. 'Cause
The
didn't
newer
they
ones are.
merge? Yeah.
How to
That figures that they wouldn't have the other ones.
Bond movies. Patrick in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, rent or buy. The family that owns the Bond franchise, like they're problems. They're problems. So
Really?
I blame them for this.
Oh. What? They're just stingy with letting it out, or
They want, from my understanding, my friend Chris, who is a huge Bond fan, like that's his shit. I mean, he absolutely hates all the Daniel Craig movies. He thinks they're abominations. But
wow.
Actually, no, was it him? He's watched them all. He knows them all very well. I don't remember if he watches them ironically or not. Anyway, they try to remain in control of everything. And one of the things, allegedly, I don't remember where I heard it from. One of the issues with them, because they want to control Bond, is they're not letting Bond really like evolve as a franchise and as a character. So I remember when The Kingsman came out, I was like, oh, this is going to put Bond out because this is just a funnier version and that you have James Bond-like characters in it. But I'm like, Bond to me is outdated at this point. They'd have to almost retry the Daniel Craig stuff, like a more gritty, tough, whatever Bond. And I don't think they're going to do that. I think they want to keep it just traditional Bond. And a lot of people are not happy with them about that. So, But here's the toy, right? This is the one you were talking about?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So
Good one.
easy enough to do. I just have to find, I guess, a mask off of Etsy. When in doubt, turn to Etsy, folks.
Is it easy? I feel like you're going to be hot in this thing.
I mean, I can... That is easy too, because I can always just make more holes in the clothes.
That is true.
If the prediction for that weekend is it's going to be it's early October, a random 80-degree day,
Yeah.
and walking around. I mean, I'm not really going to have a suit on under the clothes. I'll probably just get like a t-shirt or something.
Spider-Man
Size is
t-shirt.
too small, so it looks too small. So it looks skin tight like a costume.
Mm-hmm.
And do that, but
Well, they make like Spider-Man Under Armour.
Oh yeah, look at you helping me make my decisions.
Somebody
They
does.
totally do.
Yeah.
Yep, that first one's totally legit.
Isn't that how you look?
That's how you look.
Yeah.
Minus all the tattoos.
I got two.
That was your New York face, though. I'm pretty sure you could scowl like that again if you really try. If Boston
I was just angry all the time.
I mean, until you got whiskey.
Yeah. I remember when Under Armour first came out, I thought that like if you put that on, it would just like body mold you into looking like that.
Yeah, well.
Didn't really work out.
No.
Yeah. But no, I think it's a good idea. I think that's a really good cosplay idea for sure.
And I keep thinking about, when I do think about this, I think about how I'm going to have to make the holes and burn stuff. And I always flash to you that video of you doing your Bishop cosplay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can pull that up quick, but your face when you realize, oh, fire bad is just priceless to me. That lives in my head permanently.
God, where would that be? I feel like... Huh?
I was going to say, I had a search the other day and I was like, damn. I can't find it. Not that I was looking for the Ghostbuster thing to send to Sal. It's like, yeah, for all the lists and stuff, we have to clean up our stuff.
Because that was when I was doing like it was a vlog, so it might have been the HeyArcher channel. That doesn't really operate anymore. And that was. God, was that? Oh, that was before COVID, I think.
Yeah, so that was like
2019.
Yeah, I was going to say 17, 18.
No, that was the last Comic-Con before everything shut down. And I don't think I was
that's
vlogging
right,
at
because
that point.
I went too, right? That's when I was Daredevil,
Mm-hmm.
and you were Bishop. Or
Yeah.
were you Steel that year?
No, that was Bishop. That was Bishop. I don't know where I would have put that video. I know the video exists, like you even saw it. Let me jump around some screens here. What about you guys in the chat? Have you had a favorite cosplay? Is there anything that you've worked on that you're like, that is my jam and I'm going to do it again? It must have been on Nerd Affiliated because did I start YouTubing at that point?
I mean, I feel like it was like you were getting the channel going again. So, but what do you call it? While you're doing that, I'll mention. So anybody who's been watching the videos, I've been trying to do like a new piece of Ghostbuster tech.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let you know, Wes of Great Scott Prop Shop, go order stuff from him on Etsy. Go follow his. I'm gonna butcher the name if I just try to just do it. So I'm gonna look it up.
Great Scott Prop Shop.
No. The his YouTube page.
Oh, Travel Foodie Warriors.
Thank you. Go watch it. If you want to get hungry, go watch his YouTube page. If you want some good stuff for your spirit packs and whatnot, go check him out on Etsy. But he's in the middle of 3D printing right now. A cyclotron. He made up a name for the product this piece he completely just thought up. What's he calling it? He is calling it the cyclotron bracket. Anyway, he's printing that right now. He's printed two sides of a cyclotron cover for me for this rifle. It's all printing. It's all going to be back here probably in a couple weeks, and then I can throw some electronics in it and get it off to be painted. But it looks like it's going to come together pretty well, and hopefully it'll debut at Comic-Con. But I'm actually kind of shocked that it's not because I doubted him, but just like, you say, oh, I want to do this. I have no idea how to 3D print or anything. Like, thank God he's willing to work with me. So it's good to make friends, folks.
That is true.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no idea where that video lives. I could see. I must have deleted it. I don't think so. Because right now I'm looking at my old setup. Right. Let's see. We go to
You still lived in the basement apartment, if that helps you narrow it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there it is behind me there on the left.
Okay.
So, and this is when is this? September 7th. All right, so it would have been after that. I guess I made that cosplay early. Louis in the house. Good to see you.
Louis.
Figure Fever in the house. And then Dave said, my favorite cosplay, I can't count Ghostbusters anymore since I do it all the time. But I'm working on a Captain N, the Game Master for Fan Expo Canada. Yeah, I'll pull that up. Wait, I don't think he posted it online. I've seen the pictures, though. He sent it to me. 3D print, I wonder if he might sell the files. You might have to ask them. Ask Wes about that.
I said in the chat, I hope he does. I hope after all this hard work, anybody who wants to copy it, I hope he can make something off it.
Yeah. Man, those days of Titan reviews, man. It was a rough one.
Well, because I want to talk about something you talked about earlier. But speaking of Titans, I hope they release that 14-minute Batman Beyond trailer, movie, fan film. Sorry, that has the Beast Boy actor as Terry.
Yeah, I hope so. I do really hope so. I got to find that video. If I find it, I'll post it on Instagram. I'm sorry, what?
What are they going to release first? The Batman one or Legend of the White Dragon? That was a terrible segue.
Batman for sure. 1,000% they're gonna release Batman first. I have no. Let me pull that up. Batman Beyond live action trailer. Did they make one yet? I don't think they. Oh yeah, they did. I think it's the same people. All right, let's see. Will we get a copyright strike? We will find out. I don't know if that's the same one. I feel like it is, though.
It looks like, I mean, I think that's how they have the suit. I know Aaron probably is not going to be happy with the way they did the full face cowl.
Mm.
I mean, it's not the couple pictures I've seen. It looks kind of as good as you're going to get from a fan film point of view.
It was the same one. Batman Year One. Yeah. All right, so that was it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, we're definitely getting that before we get Legend of the White Dragon. Let's see.
That's a shame.
So if you guys don't know, the green Power Ranger, the white Power Ranger, the GOAT, Jason David Frank,
Also a couple of reds.
He did a couple of reds, yeah. Well, I you know what it is? From a casual perspective, I'm always like, I go with just green and white, but you're right. He was red a couple times, black at one point. He's doing this, R.I.P. He did this movie with the Bat and the Sun people. And I was in support of this. I love Bat and the Sun. Yesterday, I was on Henry Resilience channel. Let me pull that up real quick. And he was talking about Bat and the Sun because one of JDF, Jason David Frank, one of his helpers, employees, I don't mean that in a bad way, respectfully, she worked for him. She interviewed Aaron, who runs Bat and the Sun. And I was in the chat, and I was just like, this is just bullshit. I'm like, this is absolute just bullshit.
Introducing
I'll play a little clip here, just the beginning, so you guys can see.
off 1 second. What is your thoughts on this whole Legend of the White Dragon delay?
I think it's bullshit to just, I gotta say it. I just gotta say it. I think it's bullshit. So the bat. First of all, I apologize. For some reason, StreamYard hates using like my camera, so I have to use my FaceTime camera. It's true. But I've been a Bat and the Fan son for a long time, and if anybody Bat in the Fan, Bat in the Sun happens to the best of us. Anybody's been watching, any of my streams and videos over on my channel. I've been big up in Bat in the Sun forever, like way before all of this stuff happened. So Bat in the Sun, they did the super powered beatdowns, everybody. So
those things are amazing, by the way. Like I said for a long time, give those guys money and let them make actually some movies.
Yeah. And I've shown this on the channel countless times because I think they're great. And at the time, this is all we had for like cool crossovers and a new Predator and Wolverine in yellow and live action. Like, this is all we had. So this guy, Aaron, who runs it, became friends with JDF, Jason David Frank. And they decided they're going to do something together. I think it was JDF's idea. And he pitched the idea of something he pitched to like Nickelodeon and Hasbro, I guess, all the Power Ranger related companies. He pitched them the idea. They said no. Aaron was like, all right, I'll do it, but it's going to be an offshoot. It's not going to be Power Rangers. You fast forward, they end up making a story that's kind of a ripoff of JDF's idea of, Tommy Oliver just being older. It's not a crazy original idea of like an older hero, but they essentially shoot this movie, but they shot this thing, it feels like 5 years ago at this point. Or actually, no, they were they were filming during COVID, so we'll say 4, but really they probably started at 5, and it was almost done. It was almost done by the time Jason David Frank left, and this dude's been just sitting on this movie. He's working on it, but I'm like, bro, you finished recording this in 2020. Like, what are we doing? I'll play the trailer for you guys so you can see.
The prophecy tells of a duel between the 2 dragons of a shared crystal. We must join together to prevent the schemes of evil men. Eric Reed, there is so much you don't know. All that matters is that you are now a white dragon. The spirit to fight is still strong within you.
You took everything from me!
You can't change the past. You have to let it go.
No!
All you can do is show up now.
Well, let's see what we're working with.
Where is Eric Reed?
What part of that looks like it's not a done movie? Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So I think the Batman movie will come out before this one. I just think he's not going to drop this movie. He's just going to sit on it forever. But most likely I'm wrong. I don't know how I got on that
I'll
rant.
put it out tomorrow to spite you because I asked about it.
Oh, right.
I sort of gaslit you a little bit on purpose there.
So Louis confirmed he's doing Superman 78. We were trying to keep it a secret. We weren't trying to out you. We were like, here's a tease of what he's doing, and you out it yourself. I was wondering how many people would have said Green Lantern.
If I didn't know, I would have thought it was Green Lantern.
Yeah. But when you look, you could see it's like a crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said you'd be his Jimmy Olsen. I love that. But yeah,
It's even
we'll see.
easier. I just got to get a sweater vest and a bow tie.
Or you could be Jimmy Olsen from Man of Steel, and you're more desert mercenary looking.
I could, and not Man of Steel, Batman, Superman.
Yes.
Jimmy Olsen from Man of Steel, I would have to wear a skirt because they said that the female intern in that movie was supposed to Jeannie, I think, was supposed to be. It was going to be like Jeannie Olsen, but then they decided to make him in Man of Steel the CIA agent in the desert scene in the opening.
So you just made it worse.
I mean, yeah.
Where is it? Oh yeah, those are rumor. Interesting. I didn't know that. Did not know
really?
that. Yeah. I just feel like Zack Snyder just like fucks things up on purpose now. I'm just like, what are you doing? Legend.
Yep.
The green crystal prop is one of my favorite display pieces. Oh, that's an actual. I thought maybe you like made that for. Like you grab things in your house to make that as a teaser. I didn't know you actually had that. It's pretty cool. They did. I don't think I posted that on Instagram. I did not. But they dropped a placeholder on Walmart.com, I believe, for Christopher Reeve McFarlane figure. So See,
Did they fix the fixture?
see if he fucks it up. No, that's a Batmobile I think you're thinking of, right?
Was Sonic?
That was a Batmobile, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
That was this. But
Yeah, right.
no, there's a placeholder online apparently that read Superman 78 on it. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We need a good one. Definitely need a good one. We also got this the other day, and I guess your GIF here kind of spoils your thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't even bother watching the trailer, but I don't need to after seeing that still there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if they dropped it in the middle of the night, that's how little. I don't know why you do that. Like, unless you're going to try to like write it off, which at this point they should do that. Like, it's not unprecedented at this point. Batgirl got written off, and it's never going to see the light of day, and all that other stuff. Who in Sony thinks they actually have a shot at making a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man?
The bosses, man.
like-
They feel obligated to do it because they're like, I'm not giving up this cash cow. They swear here's the thing. They're killing it with the animated stuff when it comes to Spider-Man. So they're just like, we gotta figure this formula out for the live action stuff just without Spider-Man. They swear they can do it.
Yeah, and all evidence says that they really can't. So,
But you know what was wild to me? I was watching John Campea today, and I was telling you guys this in our group chat. But actually, I didn't tell you this part. He loved Venom. He was like, I really love Venom. The second one he thought was like, okay, not egregiously bad. But I was like, I've not heard a single soul ever say that they like that movie.
yeah, same thing. It's like the whole thing is he literally hates Spider-Man for rejecting him. And all this other stuff, and all this like them being obviously they're sentient, but like the way like there's all the other symbiotes that keep coming and stuff like that's only been in recent years. For the longest time it was Venom and Carnage, and that was it.
Yeah.
And like having so many people do that, and like then his weird cameo crossover in No Way Home. I'll be mad if that's how he gets the suit, because of that little drop that got left in the Bahamas or wherever.
They'll forget about it.
I hope they do.
Like they always do.
Yeah. Realize that was stupid.
Yeah. I'm not gonna play the whole trailer just
because
because it'll get pulled, but it is. This is one of the most bloody trailers I think ever dropped on YouTube, by far. Like they were going for Logan on this one, which John Campea was talking about. But to me, they show all the action scenes in a movie. And what he was saying when it comes to this actor who was, I always forget, that's Kick-Ass. He was like, I wouldn't have taken this movie if I didn't think there was something here. But I just, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's Craven in name only.
And then there could have been something there, and then the studio does what the studio does, and now, but there really isn't without. I mean, he's not an anti-hero. He's a villain.
Yeah.
So just like, okay, the clip you just showed. At first, he lets the bear trap around a guy's head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not hero behavior, but that still, like, he's doing it for a more noble purpose. So he's like Logan in terms of violence, but he's not. He's supposed to be torturing Spider-Man or like, hunting anything and everything. Like superheroes, I think he hunts too, like beyond Spider-Man, right? Am I right or wrong in that? For the game of it, I don't know. Not gonna be something I rush to I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to see this in theaters. If I watch it at 2 a.m. one night when I can't sleep because it finally comes online someplace, okay, but I'm probably not.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen Madam Web, and pretty sure that's on Paramount or Amazon or something now.
Let's read some comments here.
Okay.
Feels like they gave the editor 2 assignments. Make sure people know it's R-rated and he's a hunter. In fact, try and put as much of the word hunter in there as you can. Yeah. In this trailer, because you didn't watch it and you're not going to watch it, they dump the whole, like, how he even got the powers thing. It's just him murdering people. Like, that's all they do. Russell Crowe's in it a little bit. Next comment. Huh?
I forgot he was going to be in it. Yeah, he's his father, right?
Yep. Yeah. Next one says, I love the part where the rhino got his powers from a drop of rhinoceros blood and learned with great horns comes great horniness. You get a thumbs up.
That is exactly how it happened in the comics.
Yeah. I guess I'm not signed in or whatever. When Craven stood up after being beaten down and said, Craven, more of these. I got chills. Best comic to movie quote. When he said, I'm something of a hunter myself. Oscars.
Maybe I'll have to watch this just so I can make fun of it.
Yeah. I can't wait until I hear Craven say, I'm just craving justice in theaters. Yeah, who releases a trailer at 3 a.m.? 3 a.m. Eastern. This one here that has some nudity in the thumbnail. Can't wait to hear him say, man, I'm really craving some hunting. That's pretty good too. Last one. Funny, I was actually thinking about this movie when I was as you said, I kind of want to watch this for fun. I was thinking of Rambo. First minutes, I was like, oh, it's a Rambo movie. And after its last seconds, oh, it's a Rambo movie with Rhino on it. Yeah. Did you ever watch Rambo? Like not the last one, the one before that. It's just called Rambo.
Yeah, the one where he was in Burma. That one was great. That's how they should have ended that series.
Yeah.
Did you see the last one?
Yep, in theaters.
Yeah. I'm sorry for that. That last one sucked.
I loved it.
That was just not. You
I
liked
loved
the
it.
last.
Because at this point, hang on, one of the best moments.
To be clear, we're not talking about this one.
Right.
Okay.
Like, this movie starts everything, right? This movie is what helps, like, Expendables get rolling, and Stallone's just like, I could do whatever I want. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, that's what this movie, like, helps create.
Yeah.
The joke we had, so a bunch of us used to just sit down, like, this happened multiple times, sit down, get drunk, and watch this movie. And the backstory to this movie we created, because Stallone's crazy, is none of the people in this movie are actors. This movie is straight up Tropic Thunder, and these are real people, real things. And that's how he made it on such a small budget. He made a documentary, but actually murdered people in the movie.
Okay, now that's
so bad.
How it happened.
It's so bad it's good. And then when he freaking takes this gun and just melts that man.
So I heard or I read they were I'm sorry. I watched like a behind the scenes thing. That's a 50 cal machine gun.
Yeah.
Very big, very heavy, for those who don't know. They wanted him to handhold that, and like the tech advisors or something were like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
There's no way he can do that. I don't care that he's fucking Rambo and he's Stallone and everything else. There's no way any man can handhold a 50 cal, fire it, and not be like the recoil fuck them up.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
And I will throw back what he did. Our drill sergeants told us, they're like, oh, some of you, like, you have 2 traces. They're like, don't use the well, excuse me, stop myself. They're like, let's be clear. Do not shoot a enemy with a 50 cal. However, if it's that or you don't go home, shoot an enemy with a 50 cal and take your chances with the military courts. So I was like, all right, fair enough.
The tribunal.
I was going to say tribunal, but the courts. I don't know why tribunal came into my head.
But here's the thing. They did one better than what you're saying. And actually, he took a 50 cal to the arm in this scene. Because so he gets on, he melts the man that's like 6 inches from the barrel, and then he starts going at everybody. Like, it doesn't matter who it is, he's just freaking berserker mode. And then that boat comes around the bend that also has a 50 cal on it, starts shooting at him, and one of the bullets grazes him in the arm, and he's just like, oh, gets back up.
I don't remember that part, but
you got to go back and watch it. It's probably in the trailer.
Go back and watch it.
Let's see. No, they didn't do it. The last one, though, what was that one called? Last Blood, maybe? Yeah. Of course it's called. Of course it's called Last Blood.
Oh boy.
All these years I've kept my secrets. But the time has come to face my past.
What secrets? He's outwardly.
And also, he doesn't face his past. It's not like he went and like killed the Viet Cong soldiers that killed his buddies or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I immediately.
That movie.
It's freaking not Taken. It's the last Max Payne video game. I don't know if you played that game. Did you ever play Max Payne?
I really am not a video game guy.
That's right.
There was a movie with Mark Wahlberg, right?
Unfortunately, there was, yeah.
That's the only reference I have.
Hang on, we're going to go to Max Payne right now. Max Payne 3 trailer. Let's see here. Yeah, we know. So, backstory here. Like you said, Mark Wahlberg, he does the movie. The movie's based on the first game, where he's just like a cop that I think his family got murdered. I think Punisher, but he stays a cop. He doesn't like leave the force or anything. But he's like drunk. He's on pills, like all that fun stuff. Does Bullet Time? I'm pretty sure Bullet Time didn't start with Matrix. I think it started with Max Payne, and then they took the idea. Yeah. So after a couple of years, Max Payne 2 comes out. It like, it's all right. And then randomly out of nowhere, Max Payne 3 pops out, and people are just like, I want to play that game. And this was the only one in the whole series I played because it looked badass. So when the Rambo Last Blood trailer dropped, I was like, oh, you just ripped off Max Payne. You'll see.
The way I see it, there's 2 types of people. Those who spend their lives trying to build a future. And those who spend their lives trying to rebuild the past. For too long, I've been stuck in between. Hidden in the dark. Locked on a course of destruction. Time moves forward, and nothing changes.
I was hoping it would show you like storyline. But so what Dave is saying here is he takes on the drug cartel that kills his niece. And then he said, I'm pretty sure she was his blood niece in the movie, his sister's kid, I think. So in Max Payne 3, he ends up having to go, oh, here you go. No longer a cop, close to washed up and addicted to painkillers, Max takes a job in São Paulo, Brazil, protecting the family of a wealthy real estate mogul, Rodrigo Branco. And in an effort to finally escape his troubled past, But as the events spiral out of control, Max Payne finds himself alone in the streets of an unfamiliar city, desperately searching for the truth and fighting for a way out. So, essentially, Stallone's like, I'm going to Mexico to like take it to them. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of like Max Payne. He's in Brazil. I thought it was Mexico, but he's like, I'm taking it to the cartel. And I'm going to like essentially die. I'm going on a suicide mission to kill these people. Doesn't really go that way in Rambo, but that's where I thought he was going to go with it. I'll check out this last one, and then we'll watch the Rambo trailer. I'm telling you, if you get a chance, man, if you can play one game, Max Payne.
Let's see if Josh has it or can get it.
Yeah. All right, so let's check out Last Blood. So it was like same energy, and I was like, oh, it's probably going to be like that, but ended up not being
I
like
can
that.
see it now.
Yeah. So bad. So bad.
Yeah, that was terrible. Such a sad ending for that franchise.
That's also like the most racist thing ever, where he's like, you know, my past comes back to get me, whatever. And he just goes and kills a bunch of Mexicans. And I'm like, you've never fought Mexicans before in your life.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's misleading. It has never once did he take on a cartel or anything.
Yeah.
Like, again, that's like one of the things where it's like, I don't know if he wrote that. He wrote all of them. So I don't know. Do you not remember what you wrote in the past? Did you not, did you write this one way and then you forgot to change the lines around or something? Did somebody not remind you, hey, Sly, he was in Vietnam, not the Spanish-American War? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Love the man. He just doesn't care. Mm-hmm. He just doesn't care. Oh.
I will say, if you want to see current good Stallone, watch Tulsa King.
I heard that's good.
That's really good. That's like basically he's a New York mobster who went away, I think, in the 90s, and like, you know, this all comes out in the pilot. I won't say anything beyond this, but basically he goes away, he does his 30 years or whatever, doesn't say a word, gets out, and you know, like the last old boss that was like his buddy is like old and sick and shit. It's a whole new crop of guys in charge. And instead of like, I don't know, being given a part of New York, they're like, okay, go out to Tulsa and set up shop there and, you know, send us back money. Like they send him out there to get away, to get him out of their hair. And so it's basically him setting up the mafia in Tulsa. And it's a lot better than I just made it sound. It was very enjoyable. And it's all part of, if it matters, I guess it's all part of like the Yellowstone Mayor of Kingstown
universe,
because it's the same. Yeah, because it's the same creator. That what's his name? Tyler Sheridan. So he's like an executive producer. I think he's a creator of this too. And same thing, he did the Jeremy Renner thing, Mayor of Kingstown. I think that's. Mm-hmm. Mayor of Easttown, Kingstown.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, good stuff.
Yeah. It just says Sheridan.
Yeah. So,
Oh, that guy Dominic. Is he a dirty cop in this, or is he a cop you think might be dirty?
he's actually a mob guy, and
He
when
is,
you
okay.
see him, you're gonna be like, what?
He's different than every other like mob-looking guy he plays.
He just doesn't look like he looks in that photo,
Really?
and I'll leave it alone for that. You can watch it and find out what I'm talking about.
Let's see.
I kept my mouth shut for 25 years.
I don't know what you're expecting now that you're back.
I'm expecting adequate compensation.
Tulsa.
Until I didn't know. Like, I was like, this guy looks really familiar, and then I Googled and I saw that photo. I was like, oh shit.
Just get Mickey Rourke at this point. It's Mickey Rourke right there.
Please don't.
Oh my god, that's so bad. Tulsa.
Tulsa.
What's Tulsa?
I want you to go there. The horse race, the Springboard Mile. There's nobody doing nothing. You can do whatever you want.
Not exactly the welcome I was expecting.
Name's Tyson. Welcome to Tulsa.
$2,000 a week. You drive for me now. What crew runs this neighborhood?
No crew up in here. We're in the middle of nowhere.
What'll it be? I assume you don't have Keontae.
You assume correctly.
I wouldn't have pegged you as the Boy Scout.
Why not? This wasn't necessary. What is that place?
It's a dispensary.
Oh my God, is he dead?
No, he's taking a break. This is how it's gonna work. I'll protect you from the gangs.
What gangs?
And the law.
This is legal.
You gotta know your risk.
There was no risk until you came along.
Ever heard of Black McAdam? It's a motorcycle gang.
You're overplaying your hand. When I play my hand, you won't see it coming.
Any flammable liquids or firearms?
In the box? Nah.
This situation is not going to be controllable for much longer.
Sit down! You got a pretty good appetite for someone who was just shot at.
If I stopped eating every time somebody tried to hurt me, I'd be a skeleton. I want to be upfront with you. It could get ugly.
This me, we're in the mafia?
Nah, there's no such a thing.
This a one-off or one of many?
Too soon to tell.
So you're saying it's actually good?
I enjoyed it. I think it's good for what it is.
You're not the first person to say that, so I'm shocked because I feel like you and I align on most things.
Yeah, they're doing. I mean, it was good enough to get a second season.
Sure.
So that's happening, and I do have to. It's ending, so I'll just wait till it's over. But I do have to start Yellowstone. I haven't watched any of that. Like maybe the odd episode here and there, but
yeah,
not regularly.
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't.
Steve's here.
Yeah, Steve, we were talking about you earlier about your Comic-Con costume,
But we didn't out it.
No, we showed the trailer, teaser.
There you go.
I guess the last thing here. Excited for Andor season 2?
I never watched Andor season 1, so
wow.
Not really. It didn't grab me right away, and then I feel like I you said you liked it, right?
No, hated it.
No, you hated it. Why did I think you said?
I love Rogue One. That's the
you
confusing part.
Well, yeah, Rogue One was great.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of my other friend. My other friend said I was crazy and that Andor was great, but you guys watched it, and like I tried the first episode and I just couldn't get through it, and I just never went back for it after you guys not basically like, criticized it. So I figured, what the hell, why bother?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, hey, great that he's coming back because he was great thing in Rogue One, but I don't know. maybe if the second season is, I mean, what was one of the things you guys were saying? It just drags. It takes too long, stuff like that. If the second season is, just more action or something, maybe I'll just jump on and watch a recap of the first season. But
well, part of the issue with the movie that I repeatedly tell people that they're like, "Oh, you're crazy," that watched it and liked it, is I'm like, the whole point of his character in Rogue One was he's like this bad guy. I'll kill anybody to get the job done, and etc. And he almost like learns to have a heart. Like when he doesn't kill her dad, that's when it's like he's learned to have a heart. This show, it's like they force him in the first arc, because there's like 3 arcs I think in it. They force him to learn to like not have a heart, and then he's like learning to have a heart as the show goes on. And like, but that's the whole point of Rogue One. Like, if anything, here it should be a continual decrease of him caring about people. It should be a decrease of just I don't care, get the job done, do whatever. But it's not even like the action's that good. There's like one arc in there where it's just you forget you're watching Star Wars, not in a good way. It's just like, in my opinion, they were like, oh, we're going to save money by shooting an entire arc. Because it takes place over a couple of years, I think, too, if I remember. Mm-hmm. But they're like, oh, we're going to shoot this 1 year, like, around a campfire. And, like, that's the 3 episodes. And I'm just like, it just... I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Doing great, Mega Demon.
Sorry.
They good.
I was saying, you're not making me want to revisit it.
No. Yeah. I would never ask you to.
Yeah, no.
I would never make you.
I forget the actor's name. He was in. He's the Skarsgård's father. He was the professor in the Thor movie.
Yeah.
I have seen on Instagram. I've seen like he gives a speech to I guess somebody who asks what he sacrifices for the rebellion or whatever, and that speech is pretty cool. But
yeah. Aside
from that, I'll just stick to Rogue One. And like I've been saying, I think I said it last week. If you want to read some good stuff set in the original trilogy era, read the Marvel comics that are out. Because, wow.
Yeah.
I got to really do like a top 10 for Vader and the Star Wars comics of like crazy moments. I can give you one of them right now, actually, if you want.
What do you got?
Crazy moment from, I think it was it was like a crossover thing running through all 3 or however many titles, but basically Korra of Crimson Dawn beat the Emperor and Vader. And it was only because of the Knights of Ren that they got freed. They weren't trapped for long, I should say. So it's like, what?
Yep.
And it was really cool, like the way they went about it. And obviously it's a huge story that built up to this moment, but for a split second, until Darkseid users went and did Darkseid things, the Emperor and Vader were completely removed from the table of the galaxy.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I want you to review that for the channel.
Yeah. No, I'll talk about it in depth. But reading that, I was like, wait a minute. What? Holy shit, it worked?
Yeah. I was looking at pictures online. I didn't want to pull it up in case it was like a spoiler for anybody. So
what I just said?
Yeah. In case they want to like wait to read it or for you to do your video.
Gotcha.
Steve says he's excited for Comic-Con. Going to the bathroom frequently will be my only issue. Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk offline. There's things you can do.
It's funny. I usually get paranoid about that at Comic-Con, like going to the bathroom, because of, us wearing cosplays. But I feel like sometimes I just like don't have to go. Like we're just so in the zone of everything that I'm just like, I just forgot.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing. And then when you finally remember, you're like, oh my God, race to the finish.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to do this.
I mean, all kidding aside, he's going to need help. I can't imagine I can't imagine. I want to know, Steve, you have to document everything from that day, like from the putting on the suit, commuting to Comic-Con, and then getting peeled out of it at the end of the day. And weigh yourself, because you are going to lose so much water weight.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, like there's no way him and Louis are like, once you leave the house, you're done. Like you leave the house, like there's no bathroom at that point.
No, not easily.
And you're not going to the bar afterwards for like drinks and food.
Yeah, no, not in those things. So that's
I wish him luck.
Benefits of a minimalistic cosplay.
Benefits of doing a Comic-Con outside of New York. Like somebody was talking about San Diego, and then I'll wrap the episode. Somebody was talking about San Diego. Oh, John Campea. Again, I've been watching a bunch of his stuff. And he was like, they need to move San Diego Comic-Con to Vegas. Because San Diego, there aren't enough hotels nearby. Everything's far away. There's no food nearby. It can't handle all the people. And I was thinking, New York is kind of the same way in a shocking twist. Like, even though New York is so large but so small and has so much, where the convention center is, it's not convenient to anybody except you guys in Staten Island, because the boat apparently is right down the hill. But for everybody else, it's like far as hell from the train, far as hell from everything else. There's no restaurants near it. Your hotel most likely is nowhere near this place. So it's like a super inconvenient location for you to don a whole costume to go to it. And it's something I forget living up here in Boston, because if I go to a convention, I drive there, I park within 10-minute walk, maybe. Walk the convention in a couple hours, you're done. Back in the car, back home in another 20 minutes or so. So it's like a whole different, like experience. But yeah, New York's a beast. It's still a great time. But
yeah, and just the convenience of the ferry is a new thing that in years past I definitely walked all the way over from Penn Station, because that's a very recent addition.
Yeah.
But the place where Sal and I went to, what the hell was it called? WinterCon, I think, where I got the picture with all the Farscape guys. That would have been easy too, because like it's literally JFK is right there, and it's in a hotel. Like the actual, I mean, they could never fit it, and they would need to build a hotel and a floor with a space enough for everybody. But like that's the best thing. The hotel being part, going down the elevator to that. But yeah, no, you're right. The Javits Center is definitely not convenient. But it does make for an interesting day on public transportation, seeing everybody in all their stuff walking around.
It's weird. Every cosplay I do, I generally have it so that I can like civvy up until I get there, and then when I assemble it, now it looks like a cosplay. Mm-hmm. But because of the Ghostbusters one, this year going to Ghostbusters Day, I was like almost embarrassed to take the train. It was weird. Because even up here, like I'll go out the door in a flight suit, no problem. But I think it's the New Yorker mentality of like you never want to stand out in New York. You just want to blend in. You don't want to bring attention to yourself. But like, here it is, almost beginning of summer, and you're in a Ghostbusters flight suit walking down the street. My brain was just like, "What are you doing? You're gonna get jumped." Like 6'1" guy's concerned about getting jumped. But what I do want to do again with you guys at some point is I would like a revisit of All Caps. I think it'd be fun to do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would definitely I would like to. Did you got the? I know you want to wrap. You did get the Captain Carter shield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So got a little shield collection going.
Mm.
You know, that's the one thing I'm happy about with them continuing Captain America is we'll get more variants of shields. Hopefully, I mean they generally always go to clearance. So I don't know what that does long term, but they seem to keep putting out different variants for the different shows. So I'm hoping we do get, like this version here, the Isaiah Bradley shield. I hope that they make one so that I can buy that because that's what I was going for. I was Isaiah Bradley, but because I couldn't make that shield in time, I just had to take this like grayed out version. So hopefully we get that. That was a good time. I enjoyed that Comic-Con.
That was in 2022. Yeah. My brain and memory.
Yeah, for a second I was like, wait, that's 2019, but no, you're right.
Yeah. Actually, I thought it was 2021. Did I go with you? I don't think I went with you to 21. I met you outside to say hi. I think. Doesn't really matter. Anyway.
21, Amanda and I did Steven Universe. So there was no group cosplay. I don't remember what Steve did. Steve did not dress up that year. Oh no, he dressed up a different day. He dressed up a different day than when we went. I remember now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just met you outside.
Yeah.
So.
I was going to see if I can scroll back to it, but too many posts. I won't find it.
You're a busy man.
Yeah. Cool. Any last things before we wrap today's episode?
More comic reviews coming next week. They keep going with Batman, and they just seems like they're just intent on undoing stuff that they've done in recent issues before, I guess, the new creative team comes on board or that Absolute Universe launches.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, more comic reviews. I got something in the mail today so another unboxing. And like I said, sooner than not, Wes is going to ship all that stuff back up to me, and then I get to install the electronics. And I don't know if I'll definitely send something to you guys. I don't know if I'll post anything about powering it up once everything in, or if I'll wait until it's back from being painted. But yeah, comic reviews, unboxing, and Ghostbuster upgrades coming soon-ish.
I think I figured out how to show this. Give me 1 second. That one? No. That one? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
There it is.
And that it's going to be tweaked a little bit from there, how it connects to the bottom of the rifle. But that's the general idea. So we're going to have he's already printed 2 cyclotron covers like you see there, and they mirror so that the end filters are on the same side. So it's not going to have like 2 of those, 2 in different positions. And then he, I guess maybe I didn't send it to you. He upgraded the bracket. That actually is going to be how it connects to the rifle. This way it's sturdy and the cyclotrons don't like sway too much as I'm walking or flex too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there you go. And there's a space on top of the cyclotrons on the bracket, I think. Yeah. So that'll go into the rifle, and then I can thread wires through there. And yeah. And it's going to be real Ghostbuster colors.
Oh.
So I don't know how. I'm going to just give Victoria pictures and let her figure that part out. And but yeah. As you can see, coming along pretty nicely, and I can't wait.
Yeah. That's going to be good.
Yep. And then I have to figure out how to, I lied. I have to figure out how to customize the sounds, because I know there's a way to do it because it's all Frank and Geek Electronics.
Yep.
I have to get a mini or micro SD card adapter, I think, and I have to just do that, and this way it puts out the sounds I want. But yeah, it's all actually seemingly, knock on wood, coming together.
It's actually very easy. You just plug it in the computer, and then you change the file names. So super easy, barely an inconvenience. There you go. All right. Well, that was a fun one. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Cannot wait for Comic-Con. Can't wait to see how that comes out. And it's funny, we'll both be kind of debuting new gear because I didn't get a chance to take that to Ghostbusters Day. So
yeah,
that'll be its first time out.
In all its painted glory.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. TBD on Nerdy Coffee this Monday. I got to figure that out. But we'll see. I'll do a whole rant about that thing or that stuff. Because I guess quickly on it, I feel like a lot of us YouTubers are hitting another wave of burnout, which happens from time to time. I know Dave talked about it on, I think in a group chat. He was talking, he made a post where he said no Tuesday stream. And it happens. We hit these walls doing YouTube where it's like, I'm missing out on things or I'm taking time away from something else to do this. And it gets tough. It gets hard. Even tonight, a friend of mine went to go see Slipknot and I kind of wanted to go to that, but we're here and I love doing this. So I don't want you guys to think I don't like doing the shows, but then there's those moments where you're like, I'm missing out on like life things or missing out on X, Y, and Z to stay consistent. So yeah. I think we all run to those walls from time to time. But Nerdy Coffee, because of the new job and time of the day and all that stuff, I got to figure that out. I got to figure that one out. So we'll see. But we're going to keep making content. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. That won't stop.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching the show. I owe you guys pictures of the Batmobile. I still haven't done that yet. So I got some ideas. I'll probably do that. And I'm going to be editing my honeymoon video as well. So make sure to follow Book of Archer on YouTube for when that video drops. Should be a good time. And shout out to Anthony and Aaron for holding it down while I was gone. They did the show, and Anthony in general for putting out weekly content since I've been gone. I was able to breathe for the first time since I've been gone. HeyArcher Live every Thursday, 8:15 p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. Maybe every Monday morning. We'll see. Nerdy Coffee, I'll still say it just in case. 8 a.m.-ish here on Nerd Affiliated. Two different shows, two different vibes. Either way, you're stuck with this guy. Join the channel memberships, buy some merch, and we'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. We're out of here.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.